your daily dose of English fluency.
Okay, I need to ask you something. And please, be honest with yourself.
Uh-oh. This sounds serious.
Have you ever studied English grammar for years? Verb tenses, articles, prepositions, everything. And then someone asks you, "How are you?" And your brain just says,
Nothing. Complete silence.
complete silence. Years of grammar books, and your brain just goes on vacation at the worst possible moment.
That is painfully relatable.
We're fixing that today. Not with more grammar books, with 3 real simple things that actually work.
Welcome back to Mr. English Master, your cozy place for real, simple English.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. Sarah, I want to start with a confession.
Go on.
I studied English grammar for 10 years. 10! I knew every tense. Present perfect, past continuous, all of it.
And
And then I met a foreigner at a small shop, and he said, "Hey, how's it going?" And I just stood there, like a statue, a very educated, very silent statue.
a statue made of grammar books.
Exactly. All that grammar, and no words came out.
And that, Alex, is exactly why we are doing this episode today.
Because grammar alone does not make you speak.
Right. There are 3 real things, 3 foundations that actually help you speak English fluently. And today, we are going through all 3.
No difficult words, no boring lecture, just real talk like 2 friends chatting over tea.
Exactly. So let's start with thing number 1.
What is it?
Active listening.
Tell us more.
Think about when you were a baby. Did anyone teach you grammar before you could speak your own language?
No, I was busy crying and eating.
Exactly. As a baby, you just listened for months, years even, and then one day, words came out.
So listening comes first, always.
Always. And this works the same way with English. You need to listen, really listen, for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day.
But listen to what?
Podcasts, interviews, educational videos, anything where real people are talking naturally.
I have a story about this, actually. When I first started listening to English podcasts, I would just play them in the background while cooking, while cleaning.
And did it help?
Not really, because I was not actually listening. It was just noise, like music you don't pay attention to.
Background noise English?
Exactly. I could not remember a single sentence after 1 hour of listening.
And that is the most important part of this tip. It's not just listening, it's active listening.
What is the difference?
Coming up, active listening means you pay attention. Notice how the speaker pronounces words. Notice what kind of sentence they use and in what situation.
So if someone says, "I'm starving," you notice, "Oh, this is how native speakers say, very hungry."
Exactly that. You're not just hearing sounds, you are collecting real, usable English.
Once I started doing this properly, paying real attention, something funny happened.
What happened?
I started repeating phrases out loud randomly during the day. My roommate once heard me say, "That's a great point," completely alone in the kitchen, to nobody.
You were practicing with an imaginary friend.
Apparently, yes. My roommate looked at me like I had lost my mind.
Did you explain?
I just said, "I'm practicing English," and walked away very confidently.
Family, if you have ever randomly repeated an English phrase alone, comment imaginary friend below. We want to know how big this club is.
But seriously, 20 to 30 minutes of real, focused listening every day. That is thing number 1.
Now, thing number 2, and this one is honestly the scariest one for most people.
What is it?
Speaking practice. On purpose, out loud, whether it is wrong or right.
Oh, this one is hard.
It is, because here's the truth. Listening alone does not break the habit of staying silent. You can listen for hours and still freeze when someone talks to you.
That is so true. I used to make beautiful sentences in my head, perfect grammar, perfect words.
And then?
And then someone would actually talk to me and my mouth would forget every single one of those beautiful sentences.
The sentences just disappeared.
Vanished, like they never existed in the first place.
Because thinking sentences and actually saying them out loud are two completely different muscles.
That is such a good way to explain it.
So, here's the simple method. If you don't have someone to practice with, stand in front of a mirror.
And talk to yourself?
Yes, talk to yourself. Tell the mirror what you did all day, or give your opinion about something out loud every single day.
So basically become best friends with your own mirror?
Best friends forever with your reflection.
I actually tried this once, standing in front of my mirror talking about my day in English.
How did it go?
Halfway through, I forgot a word, so I just stood there staring at myself completely silent.
What did Mirror Alex do?
Mirror Alex just stared back at me, equally confused. We had a moment of silence together.
A bonding moment with your reflection.
A very awkward bonding moment. But then I just said the sentence again a different way and continued.
And that right there is the whole point. You make a mistake, you don't stop. You just continue.
Yes, and nobody's watching except your own reflection. No judgment.
Master family. This is so important. You must completely let go of the fear of making mistakes. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are literally the first step of learning.
Think about it this way. A baby falls down many times before walking properly. Nobody says, "Oh, that baby is bad at walking."
Nobody criticizes a baby's walking skills.
Exactly. But somehow, as adults, we expect ourselves to speak perfectly the very first time.
That pressure is completely unfair to yourself.
So talk to your mirror. Talk about your day. Talk about your opinions. Wrong grammar, right grammar, it does not matter at the beginning. Just speak.
Okay, now, thing number 3. And this one is honestly a little bit mind-blowing.
What is it?
Immersion and thinking directly in English.
Oh, this is a big one.
So here's the problem most of us have. We think in our own language first, then we translate it into English in our head, and then we say it out loud.
And that whole translation process?
Takes time, slows everything down. By the time you finish translating, the conversation has already moved on.
The conversation just leaves you behind.
Completely, like a train that does not wait for you.
I remember this happening to me in a meeting once. Someone asked me a question, and I was so busy translating in my head.
What happened?
By the time I had my perfect translated sentence ready, they had already moved to the next topic completely.
So your answer was just floating there, useless.
Floating in my head, all alone, with nowhere to go.
So the solution to this is immersion. You slowly remove the translation step completely.
How do we do that?
Simple changes. Change your phone's language to English. Every notification, every menu, everything in English.
That is such a small change, but it really works.
And here's a fun little trick. Try thinking small, simple thoughts directly in English. Not translating, just thinking directly.
Like what?
Like, instead of thinking in your own language, I need to drink water, and then translating it, just bring the English sentence directly to your mind. I need to drink water.
So you skip the middle step completely.
Exactly. You go straight from thought to English. No translation in between.
I tried this for 1 week, actually, thinking small things directly in English.
How did it go?
At first, it was honestly very strange. I would think, I am hungry in English, and then immediately think the same thing in my own language, like my brain didn't trust the English version.
Your brain needed a second confirmation.
Double-checking everything, like my brain said, "Are you sure you're hungry? Let me confirm that in the other language too."
Very cautious brain.
Extremely cautious. But after a few days, something changed.
What changed?
Genuinely. The English thought just stayed there. No double-checking. My brain finally trusted it.
And that, Master Family, is the real magic of immersion. Slowly, your brain stops translating and starts thinking directly.
And once that happens, your speaking speed increases naturally. No more waiting. No more delay.
Now, before we finish, one more quick but very important tip.
What is it?
I'm saying stop memorizing long, detailed grammar rules. Instead, focus more on vocabulary and small phrases.
Phrases you can use directly in real life.
Exactly. Knowing the rule for present perfect continuous tense does not help you order coffee.
Nobody at a coffee shop is testing your grammar knowledge.
Never. But knowing the phrase, "Could I get a coffee, please?" that helps you immediately.
So small, practical phrases beat big, complicated rules every single time.
I want to bring back something funny before we close. Remember my mirror story?
The bonding moment with your reflection?
Yes, I still do that, by the way, every single day. And honestly, Mirror Sarah has improved a lot.
Mirror Sarah is basically fluent now.
Mirror Sarah deserves her own podcast at this point.
A whole new channel, just Mirror Sarah talking to herself.
But really, all three of these things together, active listening, speaking practice without fear, and thinking directly in English, this is the real foundation.
Not magic, not some secret trick, just simple, daily, repeated effort.
20 to 30 minutes of real listening every day.
Talking out loud every day, even to your own mirror.
And slowly, slowly removing that translation step from your mind.
Small steps, repeated daily. That is how real fluency happens.
And I want to say one more thing before we close.
Go ahead.
I want to say that if you make a mistake while speaking today, even a silly one, that is not failure. That is exactly what learning looks like.
Nobody became fluent without making hundreds, maybe thousands of mistakes first.
So be kind to yourself. Speak anyway. Stand in front of your mirror anyway.
So here is your challenge, Master Family. Today, pick just one of these three things and try it. Listen actively for 20 minutes, or talk to your mirror for 5 minutes, or try thinking one small sentence directly in English.
And tell us in the comments, which one of these three things do you find the hardest? Listening, speaking, or thinking in English?
We read every single comment, and honestly, we want to know if anyone else has a special bond with their bathroom mirror.
The Mirror Club is officially open for new members.
Everyone is welcome. No judgment.
If today helped you even a little bit, please like this episode, subscribe to Mr. English Master, and share it with someone who needs to hear that mistakes are completely okay.
Because maybe they've been quiet for too long, afraid to speak, and maybe today is the day that changes.
This was Mr. English Master.
Bye-bye, Master Family.
Take care of your English and take care of your heart. Bye-bye.